Hey RD, I'm going to smoke my 7X panel. Just got home. Just got home. So I'm going to smoke. That's better. Yeah, I just read down it there, RD. Oops. Sorry, RD. I actually knocked my phone over. Hold on. Let's try this again. Oops. RD, I'm sorry about that, buddy. RD, can you hear me now? RD, I'm back. I'm going to be smoking my 700 Oscar 506 panel with some Perkuski I'm going to be have in my gall. So I can't find my original lighter, but I'm going to use my Zippo. Just got home. Some mighty good stuff. There's my original lighter. This is my I would say my second 7L. It is a pre-smoked pipe compared to my other 7L. Don't feel bad. I can't get on there on Google Meet because it messes everything up. They can't hardly hear me on my Google Meet. So I gave up. I gave up on them. They couldn't hardly hear me when I talk, so I just gave up. Now, if there's 2 or 3 people, that's fine. But there's 5, 6, 7 people, I might as well forget it, RD. It's just too much. That's why everybody preferred lives. Yes, exactly. And that's why everybody likes lives. And I don't know why, and this is my opinion, John of Smart brought it up, knows when people have their lives. He knows when they have their lives. I don't know why he does it. I don't know. He knows when people have their lives. He knows when they do their lives, especially mine, on a Sunday night at 11 o'clock, but he still does a Google Meet. I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't understand it. It's better to do it live. This thing here has got the same rows of lare that's in the finished Syrian. It's a rare blend, and this is gonna be in my gall. I'll send a sample out of this in my gall. It's got the rows of lare, same thing as the finished Syrian, and let me tell you, it's hard to get a hold of. Hard to get hold of. So if you ever had a hold of finished Syrian that's got the same lare in it as the finished Syrian, and also the finished Syrian is going to be my goal. When I reach 400. And I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Just have everybody's names in there. Shake it up and draw. But my advice is this blend here, try it out some. No, not yet. It's coming up. It's coming up in August. Next month. I know it's on the weekend. I will get the dates and I will remind everybody. I think it's on the 15th and the 16th. When it happens, I will definitely be there. As promised, the famous hot pepper is going to be there. I will definitely bring me some pipes. My famous Trevi edition. I'll bring me some blends. And also I will bring some of my personal blends. I will definitely will let you know when it is. But I think it's the 15th and 16th of August. But I'll double check. I'll definitely be there. If you can make it RD, we're glad to have you. NC Nelly. Oh, I'm so glad to see you, girl. Good side, so glad to see you, sis. So glad to see you. That there make my day even better. To see ya, Nelly. Made my day even better. Oh, since you guys are on, Nelly, thank you so much, Nelly. I'm doing okay, but hey, I got something right here in my hands. Now I'm so tickled to get it. Just today. My financial burdens are relieved, guys. And I'm going to show you because you guys deserve to know. My SSI went through. My financial burdens. Notice of award. Notice of award, guys. Award came today, guys. I'm so relieved from it. My back pay is right here. I don't know if you guys see that or not. But I'm going to say this. My back pay with everything, my attorney and stuff, I ain't no pressure. With everything taken out from my attorney, I'm still talking around about somebody. Oh, sorry. Hey, can you hear me now? RD, can you guys hear me? Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm back. Can you guys hear me? RD, Nelly. So I got a special announcement. Nelly, okay. Here's the announcement, Nelly. I don't know if you heard it or not. But here's my announcement. I don't know if you see my video or not. I reached 400 subscribers. 400. I'm going to get a sample of Venezuela. A sample I've been busy, Nelly. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's my that's my fault. I apologize. But on my goal is somebody's gonna get a sample of Vegetarian. Somebody's gonna get a sample of L.J. Praise Thanksgiving Day. Somebody's gonna get a sample of Settlers Camp Pacuska, which got the Rose of Latakia, which is the same Latakia that's in the Finnish Syrian. The fourth blend they're going to get is a mysterious blend for me. And on top of that, Nelly, hold on, I'm grabbing them. Somebody is going to get the famous Friday Bulldog pipe. Yes, I've lost my everlasting mind. Yes, I've lost it. But here's the catch. Here's the catch, guys. 400 subscribers, they're going to get a sample of Vegetarian, a sample of L.J. Praise Thanksgiving Day, a sample of Count Perkuski. Fourth blend they're going to get is my choice of mysterious blend, plus the pipe. And whoever wins is going to get it all. Is going to get it all. But 400 subscribers, I reached 400. And the only thing when I reach 400, I'll make the video of the goal. And the only thing they gotta do is, only thing they gotta do on that video when I make it is say I'm in. That's it. I'm in. I'm in. You don't have to make no special video. You do not have to make a VR. You don't have to do nothing. It's say I'm in. 4 blends plus the famous Friday Bulldog Edition pipe. All is going to one winner. Have I lost it? Yes, I have lost my everlasting mind. So, here's my thing, guys. If you can help me out, there's one catch. Spread the word. That's the only thing I ask. Spread the word. Spread it. The new Friday pipe is the 320 KS. It's the new Friday pipe. I ain't gonna get up to get it, but you guys seen the Friday. Have you guys seen the 700 Chevy 320 KS? The 700 Chevy 320 KS respicator pipe. You guys seen it? That's the new pipe for the Fridays. So, this pipe here is the former Friday Bulldog, and this pipe is already broken in. This pipe has smoked over 50 some blends on the Friday that I've done. And this pipe is a Smoker's Pride Deluxe Bulldog. And there's if you look, there's the signatures. There's a little pipe right there on the side of the stem. It is a non-filter. And I'll tell you guys right now, I got a it's not the salty bed. It's a what's it called on there? And the reason why I keep those is vinyl easy. Look, easy to clench, and I'm talking to you. Vinyl tubing, 5/8 vinyl tubing. Not use 5/8. You can go to any plumbing store and get these. Any plumbing store. And get the vinyl tubing. And another reason why I put vinyl tubing on in my pipes like this, so if it happens to drop, say it drops like this, this vinyl tube protects the end of it without breaking. That's the reason why I do it. That's the only reason why. But this is my Medico Crest. It's got a softy bed on there. And yes, that is a softy bed. You look, that's a softy bed. I can switch over to any freaking, I can switch this vinyl tubing softy bits. Look, I switched over this pipe. And this don't got one. But which one I prefer is the vinyl tubing. 5/8 vinyl tubing. I use over my pipes. Why? Because it's better. You can go to any plumbing store and get vinyl tubing. Get it by the foot. Hey Nelly, you still on? I'm trying to keep you guys on as much as I can. Hey RJ, let me tell you something about Nelly. Nelly's my favorite sis. Favorite sis. She might, I hope she didn't, but I'm going to brag on Nelly. NC Piper. I'm going to brag. She sent me a yawbo. I got it sitting over there. And let me tell you, I wasn't expecting the yawbo what she sent me. Bless her heart. I got these blends by, oh, she could name them. She could name them. But on top of that, I got not one, but 4 packs of pipe cleaners. So 400 pipe cleaners, regular pipe cleaners, and I got extra packs of, like 2 or 3 extra packs of the bristle pipe cleaners. Didn't ask for them, but she sent to me anyways. And let me tell you, anybody that's got a heart, and yes, I'm going to brag about it. Anybody that's got a heart is Nelly. I wasn't expecting it. Wasn't expecting what she sent me. It floored me. I still got her stuff in the box over here. Over here. So I got blends behind here. And you know, and each and every blend she sent me, I'm going to savor those blends. Why? Because Nelly deserves every sub, and Nelly deserves to get her subs up. I don't care what anybody says. She deserves it. She's my favorite sis, and she knows it. And I tell her every time I see Nelly, I said, Nelly, hey favorite sis, how you doing? Because she deserves every bit. She does. She's busy. She takes care of. She works for a place where, if I'm correct, she takes care of places. She works at a place. She takes care of special needs kids. Special needs kids. And I admire her for that, because it takes a lot of patience. A lot of patience. I got a niece. A great niece. That she's a special needs kid. She's a special needs child. My niece is. My great niece. And I would love, to be honest with you, RD, I would love for her to be Nelly. In a heartbeat. Exactly. I would put I tell you what, to be honest with you, RD, and this is just me, I would take my great niece and say, here, Nelly, have at it. Have at it. Because I would put my trust in Nelly to help her with anything she needs. Anything. I put my trust in her. In a heartbeat. Heartbeat. No questions asked. I'll tell anybody that. It's about NC paper. In a heartbeat. I'll take my great niece, say, and I if somebody say somebody needs to take care of my great niece with the issues that she's got, and some mental, because when she was born, she stopped breathing, and it caused her a lot of mentality, right? And I recommend Nelly. Say, and I'll tell my nephew and my sister, because my sister is taking care of her. You know what I'm saying? My sister's taking care of her. And I'll tell my sister, hey, look, here, I know somebody that is awesome. It's great. It's awesome with kids. Great with kids. It's awesome. I'll recommend Nelly. And I would. You know, I'll tell my sister will take my word. She's the second. She's the second to my older sister. And I'll tell her, say, here's Nelly. I recommend Nelly. That's why I look at it. Here's Nelly. She's awesome with great kids. I recommend Nelly. Here. And she'll take my word in a heartbeat. Don't feel bad. I'm very crack a beer open here, RD. Yes, a beer. If I get my tobacco lit right. That's how. Because I don't put nobody down. I do not dog nobody. Yes, I might make a rant, and I will make a rant every now and then. And trust me, I'll make a rant. If I see somebody putting so down because they may smoke a particular pipe or whatever, or they may smoke a blend that, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make a rant. I don't care who it is. I will make a rant. It doesn't bother me if they unsubscribe from me. If you watched my rant here the other night, here, I think I made a rant here last week. Watch that live. Right? Watch my rant video. My live rant video. You understand what I'm talking about? I don't put up with people. If you don't like watching a video and they're making a video about something, so what? You don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch it. But don't get on YouTube and make a video about it and putting the so down. So what? So what? I don't care if they strictly smoke corn cobs. I don't care if they strictly smoke a 7 Nelly. I don't care if they smoke a Dr. Graybo. I don't care if they smoke a off-brand pipe. Just because you smoke a particular pipe, so what? So what? You don't see me coming on YouTube and making a rant about so-and-so people. And just because they may have a blend, they may not be accurate on it, so what? They're learning. They're learning. So what? We're all in this pipe community for one thing. It's to smoke a pipe, in whatever blend. I don't care if it's a Prince Albert. I don't care if it's Count Pakuski. I don't care if it's a Scudo. I don't care if it's Lane 1Q. I don't care if it's this blend here. It's Cobblestone Virginia Plug. I don't care what it is. So what? If you prefer one particular blend and you like that particular blend, you smoke that particular blend. But that does make you no better than anybody else in the YTPC. And yes, I will make a regular video. I change blends daily. But I've also learned too, and everybody's different. You take one blend, like I said, and you smoke all the way through it. You start on another blend. But everybody changes daily. They might smoke this here. Virginia Plug, straight Virginia. It's got red Virginia in it, but it's straight Virginia. They may smoke another blend that different days. And the reason why a lot of people quit doing reviews on blends is because it's got other people dogging them. Because they say they're not accurate. Or they may be off. That's why a lot of people quit doing reviews. A lot of people quit doing them. I know several people quit doing them. You're not going to hurt my feelings, Jenny. If you don't like my reviews, don't have to watch them. I tell you what, RD, you get a better smoke out of a corn cob of any blend, and it will not ghost. But you got your corn cob snobs, you got your briar snobs. Some people prefer a higher end pipe, like a Savinelli, Castellos, or whatever. So what? Who cares? If people prefer corn cobs over briar, so what? I got 6 corn cobs sitting over here right now. And let me tell you, I get a better smoke out of a cob than with a briar. I got the General, I've got the Country Gentleman, I've got 7 Rob Roys, I've got the Washington. So what? So what? That's what irritates the dog snot out of me. And it ticks me off. Makes me mad. That's why I don't get too many views on my videos. I don't get too many views on my lives because I say what I feel what's right. Oh, yeah, I understand where you come from, RD. This way I look at it, RD. You smoke what you feel like smoking. If you feel like smoking corn cob, smoke corn cob. If you feel like smoking a 7 or you feel like smoking an off-brand pipe, like the Friday Bulldog, so be it. If you feel like smoking a dark gray bow, smoke it. You smoke what you like. If it's high, if the way I look at it, if these folks that are smoking the higher end pipes, $2, $3, $4, $5, $600 pipes, like Costello's and them, don't pay no attention to them. Don't pay no attention to them. Because they are ignorant. They're ignorant. We are all in this together as a pipe smoker. Everybody in the white TPC. Everybody is in for, I don't care if you smoke a 7 I don't care if you smoke a Dr. Greybow. I don't care if you smoke a basket pipe, a corn cob. I don't care if you smoke the cheapest tobacco there's out there or a high-end tobacco. So what? What makes the difference, man? You know what I'm saying? That's what irritates me. And it's getting to the point ever since, and I'm going to be honest with you, there's two people. And the main one, ever since he passed away, it's all went to heck. All went to heck. And that's Matches 860 John. Ever since John passed away, it seems like it all went to heck. Everybody has been a snob about certain pipes, certain tobaccos, certain this, certain that, so what? If you come on my lives and you say you're smoking a cup with Prince Albert, that's great, awesome, awesome. If you come on my live and say, hey man, I'm smoking a basket pipe with some John Milton's cherry or John Milton's so and so or Prince Albert so, that's great. Hey, you're smoking a pipe with me. So what? I'm smoking a pipe with you. You don't need no high-end You don't need no high-end pipe. You don't need no $400, $500, $600 pipe to smoke a pipe. Let me give you a prime example. Oh, sorry about that. Let me give you a prime example, RD. This is a $43 pipe. This is a Dr. Greybow. A $43 pipe bought brand new. Only thing I did is took the lacquer off of it. Does this mean that I'm less of a pipe smoker? Does this mean that if I put Prince Albert, Trey Vanilla in that, or Prince Albert in that, or cheap blending that, does this make me less of a pipe smoker? No. No. I could put Prince Rupert in that, or I could put this in that, $20-some tin in that, or whatever. A $40-some pipe. That does not make me no less of a pipe smoker than anybody else in the YTPC. And it don't. If they say that this makes me less than a pipe smoker, and they don't know nothing about dark gray bows, then they're full of I hate to say this, but they're full of shit. They're full of shit. Because if they don't know nothing about what made the pipes years ago, and they don't look in a cob. Look how long they made the cob. Since over 100 and some years, they made a cob. Missouri and Mearstown made a cob over 100 and some years. And if somebody says they don't know nothing about cobs, then they need a history lesson. I don't care who it is. Between the cobs, the Dr. Gray bows, and them, because I asked somebody one night, I said, what do you know about Dr. Gray bows? Oh, I don't know nothing about them. I never fooled with the Dr. Gray bow before. Okay, where you at? Okay, you're used to high-end pipes. A Dr. Gray bow will smoke better than any other pipes out there. I don't care if it's a Costello, Radice, or whatever. I don't care. I bet you I can get a better smoke out of a $43, matter of fact, I spent $45 taxing off this pipe. And I'll guarantee it, I'll bet you, I'll get a better smoke out of this pipe than a $600 pipe. Or a $300 pipe, or $200 pipe. It's how you smoke it. It's not the pipe. It's how you smoke that pipe. I have many great smokes out of this pipe. And this is the Golden Duke. It's a pot pipe. I have many great smokes out of this pipe. But I'm going to take advice from Artful Codger, Ben. You got to have at least 200 smokes. At least 150, 200 smokes out of a pipe like this to be a great smoker. To be broken in. To be broken in. And there's a lot of them, like the Artful Codger has left the YTPC. It's because of the ignorance of some people. They say this is a hobby. It's a life. It's a daily life statistic. You know what I'm saying? It's a daily life accessory. If you would take a pipe like this, and you take your favorite pipe that you love, Anytime, brother. You take your favorite pipe, and this come one of my favorites. Yes, you're supposed to give your briar a break, a briar pipe a break. On a daily basis, you're supposed to give it a 24-hour break. But I've seen guys smoke a regular pipe every single day. I know the guy that he only carried 2 pipes on him, but one of them was his favorite. He smoked that pipe every day. He'll give that pipe a break and smoke his other one. He'll give his other pipe, his favorite pipe, a rest. Clean it out, and it won't be long he'll be filling that pipe back up again and smoking it every day. Me, I will smoke this pipe every day. I may not, it's a big bowl. I may fill it halfways up. Not all the way up, but halfway. I'll smoke this pipe. Yes, I'll take a pipe cleaner tub. I'll carry me a couple pipe cleaners with it. Which, when I get done with it, I'll run my pipe cleaner through that. Like this. To make sure that the wetness is out of it. And then, since I cleaned it out, I'll wait about 10 to 15 minutes to make sure the bottom is dried out. At the very bottom. I'll fill this pipe back up and I'll smoke it. Because it's become one of my favorite pipes. I will not hesitate to smoke this pipe every day. It's a gray bow. Hey DDT. Like I was saying, DDT, if you got a favorite pipe, like this is my favorite. This is my Sunday pipe. I'll run my pipe cleaner through it, like so. Clean it out, run one end in there, take the other end to it, run it in there real good. And I'll wait about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll let it set out. If I'm outside and it's warm out, I'll let it set. I'll fill that pipe back up about halfway. I'll smoke it. I'm doing okay. Doing alright. I got a couple yabos maybe coming in. Maybe this week, next week. Well, there's another thing to the Dane. If you listen to me for a few minutes, I got my letter today from my Social Security. I'll be getting my money next week, and I'm set. I'm set. So here's the deal, DDT. Probably within the next 2 weeks. Not this coming Friday, but the following Friday, I may have my last Sunday live this coming Sunday. It depends. Not this coming Friday, but the following Friday, which will be the 30th. I will get my money, so hopefully within the first, second week of August, I'll be moving out where I'm at here, and I'll get everything set up where when I get everything set up in my other place. Hopefully, I'll have internet, and I will see you guys around my new place, and we will have a blast. It's party time. I'm drinking dark beverage. So, be ready, DDT. And there may be a goal coming up too, DDT. Damn. Be ready for it. Be ready for it, brother. Because if I reach 400 subscribers, I'm going to run for about a month, maybe for about a month, little about a month and a half. That gets everything straightened out, straightened away, and I'll show you the prizes of what I'm giving away. There's going to be a total of 4 blends and a pipe. So, just give me a little time. I'll explain in my regular video. It's coming up this coming Saturday. This coming Saturday is my derby. The mini stock is what I'm in. And also, Thursday, this coming Thursday, it's going to be the school bus derby. School bus derby is Thursday, and our derby is Saturday. We supposed to have our cars up and done and over there by 5 o'clock Saturday. Because it starts at 6:30, 7 o'clock. Everybody's got to be lined up by 6:30. It starts around 7 o'clock. Depends on, because they're going to have the full stock, mini stock, they're going to have the older style cars, except for trucks, minivans, SUVs. There's going to be about 6, 7 different categories. We're in the mini stock. We are. So, it's going to be fun. Yes, they are. And you know, here's the thing, DDT. I'll say this. From my hometown, where I'm originally from Greenfield, the school where I graduated from, they're going to have the kids there. They're going to have adult running, but the kids made a school bus for my from alma mater, from Greenfield McLean. So Greenfield McLean Tigers, the Greenfield McLean School is going to have their bus up here in the Derby. And that's going to be freaking totally awesome, dude. I'm going to try to get to that one. If you never run a Derby before, let me give you a little bit of advice. It's an adrenaline rush. It's an adrenaline rush. You go in there and crash your car and be legal. Be legal. No trouble. But they advise. Now here's what we do. They can, as long as we pass the inspection, Because see, with the fair, you can't have no alcohol. None. In your system. Right? But that's what we do. We'll pass the inspection. Right? Then after we pass, we take our cars up there. We'll go stick to the vehicle. Get a couple of these. But that's what we do. We'll stick in the cups like this. With the straw. We'll put our beer in one of these. And we'll suck it. They'll never know what we're doing. That's how we roll. Are we crazy enough to do it? No. We've done it many times. Have we gotten trouble for it? No. As long as you don't do it before the inspection, they ain't going to say nothing to you. Because if they smell it on you, here's the thing, if they smell it on you, and they know they got alcohol in your system, they will not let you run. And they won't. I don't care who you are. They ain't gonna let you run. But when it comes around September, October, when they have their when they do their own derby, you are allowed to drink alcohol. You are allowed to drink the alcohol. As long as you don't do it before the inspection time. Now, after you pass your inspection, you can have all the alcohol you want. There's not a doggone thing they can do to you. Because they ain't gonna know. But you just can't go to the inspection line and for them to smell this on you. Because they smell it on you and they know you've been drinking and they smell this on you, they're gonna fail you. I don't care if your car passes or not. They smell this on you, you're done, you're out. We've done it last year. But we got regular fair week. Now, regular fair week, we can't walk around with this in your hands. Exactly, DDT. But hey, during fair week, you can't do this. But when they do the regular derby in September, we walked around with freaking beer, this, in our hands and passed the deputy sheriff, deputy sheriff, everything. They say not a doggone thing to us, because only thing they was there for is to keep the peace. That was it. Make sure nobody didn't get out of hand like stupid drinking these. We passed them. There's been me and the guy. We was drinking, the guy I worked for. Me and him had a beer in our hands. We passed the freaking deputies doing this. Passing them doing this. Right in front of them. Didn't say a word. Not a thing. As long as we didn't act stupid and we didn't act dumb. But it's just fair week. This is fair week. We cannot have these. But we're sneaky though. We sneaky. We will get past with it. We've done it. Trust me. Oh yeah. And I'll guarantee it when it comes down Saturday, I'll guarantee it between me and the guy I work for, his boy's running. His boy ain't old enough to drink yet. He's 16. He just turned 16, but he still got to have his dad's consent to say that he's allowed to run. But between me and him, after we pass, we'll drink about 2 or 3 of these, sneaking, and a cup like this, sneaking. We'll drink about 2 or 3 of them, get in there and run. We don't care. The more, and he knows. He knows if I have about 4 or 5 of these, about 3 to 5 of these bad boys, he knows what I'm capable of doing. Trust me, DDT, he knows. I drove a guy's car here the other day, and I was drinking tall boys, the 24-ounce tall boys. I drank about 4 of them. No, I drank 3 of them. I was working on my 4th one when we never got his car, because the guy I was working for, his daughter's car went out. Her thermostat, right? He says, he looks at me, he says, Jackson, I'm going to have to take you over and get my car. Looked at him. And I said, are you serious? He says, yeah. I'm thinking, you realize how much I've been drinking, right? I'm talking tall boys, 24-ounce cans tall boys. And I was working on my 4th one. And I had a half a can of beer. A half a can. And he knowed it. He knowed it. Now, I didn't lie about it. So we go over to get his car, and the worker across town, he says, Jeff, he says, you're going to drive his car back to the auction house. Okay. Are you that dumb? Are you ignorant? Do you realize how much I've been drinking, right? Okay, 3 tall boys, that's 2, 4, 6 beers. That's 2, 4, 6. Now I've worked on my 4th one, and that's 8 beers going into my system. Do you realize that I'm over the legal limit? Over the legal limit of alcohol in my system. You're going to have me drive your car back. I said, you realize this, right? He says, yeah. Okay. It's on you. If I get busted, it's on you. So we go over and jump his car, right? It's a BMW. A BMW. Real nice car. Sharp. And he's trusting me to drive a DDT. So we go over. Wait a few minutes, start the car up. Finally starts up because we had to jump it. Okay, I gotta have a can of a tall boy sitting with me, right? I got an open container sitting beside me in his. He's got one of them cup holder things, right? So I got the beer sitting here. Open container now. I drive this car clear across freaking town. Like it ain't nothing. Like it ain't nothing. Pull in. Guy looks for his conflict, looks at me. I get out. Well, I shut the car off. Well, he wanted me to keep the car running so he could charge the battery up on it. To keep the battery charged. He looks at me, he says, Joe, she's got that car running. I said, no, so I shut it off. He says, why don't you just start it back up, keep it running so I can charge it. I said, okay. So I walked around and I said, well, the car's made here safe. Well, his daughter made a smart remark. Says, well, you pulled in here. Says, I thought you didn't want to stop. I said, yeah. And I said, you got to understand one thing about that car. I said, that car is kind of funny. Tim looks at me and he looks at her and he says, he looks at his daughter, she's 17, looks at her and he says, yeah. He looks at her, he says, Ashley, did you realize he's been driving the car a little bit longer than you have? And also he drives better the way he is now than he is sober? And I said, yeah. I said, my brother's the same damn way. And that's exactly what I said. I said, you know what? I said, my brother drives better drunk than sober. I said, do you realize that I had total, I just finished it, and I just finished that beer off. I said, do you realize I have drunk 4 tall boys? 4 tall boys. And I drove this car here in one freaking piece. One freaking piece. Huh? And Tim looked at us and see, her dad looked at us and said, I told you. I said, I can get behind any freaking wheel of an automobile. And I'll guarantee it, I'll drive my car anywhere you want to drive it. I don't care how many of these I have. Is it wrong to do it? Yes, it's wrong to do it. Do not attempt it. Don't do it. And I tell anybody that's around my age or they just turned 21 and they're drinking, they started drinking, I tell them, don't do what I do. Don't do it. Please, I'll tell anybody, do not get behind the wheel if you've been drinking. Because there's 2 things can happen. 2 things can happen to you. 1, you can have yourself a wreck. You can hurt yourself. Possibly killed. Or 2, the worst factor that could happen is you hit somebody and get them hurt or possibly killed. Don't drink and drive. Don't do it. I don't care how many times they put you up against the wall and say you have to do it. Don't do it. The only reason why I done it, and I made that promise years ago, because I've done it, and I don't know how I done it. I was so drunk one night, so drunk, that I don't know how I made it to my dad's house from my cousin's house. To my dad's house. The only thing I can remember when I lived where I lived at is past the 7th Street light and the 6th Street light. Because they have streets that go 2nd Street, 4th Street, 5th Street, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. was I passed the 6th Street light, and my dad lived off on the side street from the 6th Street, no, from the 6th Street light. And the only thing I can remember doing is my cousin tried to have me stay all night. He said, Jeff, you don't need to be driving. I said, no, I gotta go to my dad's. He says, Jeff, don't get out there doing it. Alright, DDT, be careful, be safe, buddy. Have a good rest of the week. I should be on maybe tomorrow night. If not, I will make a video. I should be on tomorrow night. If not, I'll make a video. If not, I will be on Wednesday night, brother. About this time. But here's my thing, guys. The only thing I can remember was I passed the 6th Street light, the stoplight. Okay, I remember passing it. After that, I don't remember what happened. The only thing I knew I was doing, next thing I remember was I was parallel parking in front of my dad's house. Parallel parking in front of my dad's house. So I couldn't tell you from the 6th Street light to my dad's house. I couldn't remember what happened. I don't know if I happened to black out for a minute or what happened. Couldn't tell you. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. And the second time I've done it, drinking behind the wheel, was just here about 2 days ago. Matter of fact, it was Saturday when I done it. So I recommend anybody, please, do not get behind the wheel drinking and driving. That was my mistake when I did it here the other day. Hey, Cyrus. How you doing, brother? So I recommend anybody, please do not drink and drive. I did this past Saturday, guys. But I knew what I was doing and I knew where I was going. Like I said, I was working on my 4th tall boy. Don't never get behind the wheel. I don't give a crap if you drink 1 beer, 2 beers. I don't care if you had 2 damn beers. Don't do it. Was I scared when I drove this guy's car here the other day? Saturday. Was I scared? Heck yes, I was scared. Heck yes, I was scared. I was scared to death. I wasn't scared of driving. I'm used to driving cars. As long as I'm sober. But when you working on your four tall boy, drinking, and you got an open container beside of you, and you got beer in that, and you got half a can of beer, and you're driving through town from one end to the other, and not knowing that there could be a cop or a shirt behind you, could pull you over any given daggone time. But the only thing that saved my ass, the only thing that saved my ass, that the guy that the car belonged to, he was behind me. He was behind me. I'm doing good, Cyrus. The only thing that saved my ass, that he was behind me. That's the only thing that saved me. That's the only thing he saved me. Because I made sure that he was behind me. If I came up to a light, a single light, if it turned yellow, I stopped to make sure that he was behind me. That make sure there was no other car behind me. That's the only thing that saved me. And when I got past the gas station down here, when I got past the gas station, I knew I sped up because it's 55 miles an hour. But I sped up because I didn't have far to go. Once I got past that gas station, I didn't have that far to go. I go up a little bit, made right. Once I went up, made that right hand turn in there, I was good. I was good to go. But don't get behind the wheel, guys. Don't do the dumb, stupid shit. Don't do what other people do just because maybe your friends do it or your buddy does it, that he drinks, whatever, and he gets behind the wheel. Because I tell you what happened one time. I was working for the squad. I was working for the live squad. And the backstory of this guy was, and I knowed him. The backstory was him and this other guy, and I knew both these guys. The backstory behind these two guys were, this one guy, his name was Dumb. This other guy's name was Brian. That's all. I'm just going to give his first name. Well, what happened was, they was both drinking moonshine. They was drinking beer and moonshine. Pure moonshine out of a gallon, like a gallon water jug or a milk jug. Clear as a freaking bell. And you might swear up down there drinking water. That's how clear it was. You might think they're drinking water, but he was drinking moonshine. Well, Brian told Dumpy, so I'm going to go steal this car. He said, I'm going to take off. Dump told him, he says, Brian, don't do it. Because after it happened, because after that happened, because I didn't know what was going on. So I was on squad. Well, next thing I know was we get a call. A tone came over that we have a code 3. And the code 3, which means there's been a bad wreck. A real bad wreck. It's code 3. And it could be possibly deadly. So here I am, me and my partner, they required 2 squads. So me and my one partner, we jump into one squad, we take off. And we knew exactly where it was at. So we take off. He's driving. Well, at the same time he's driving, I take care of it. And normally when the driver's driving, the only thing he takes care of is the horn. And my job was to take care of the siren. So I'm taking care of the siren, and I got it wide open. And you got a knob a switch that controls the lights, and I have a knob that I turn, that it can turn up that siren up and lower it down, turn it back up, whatever. But we get out there. And it wasn't good. It wasn't good. The only thing we knew was a male, and they need a squad. So they sent out 2 squads out. We get out there, it wasn't good. So we get out there, and the only thing we knew was a male, possibly this, that, and the other. I'm not going to go into details. So we get out there, and we get out, and I happen to go over. I'm thinking, oh shit, this ain't good. His body was over here. Okay, his body's laying here, like right here. His head is over here. You get what I'm saying? In other words, when his body injected, come to find out his body injected out of the vehicle, his head hit the guardrail and decapitated his head completely off. In other words, his body was here and his head was over here. It's like the guardrail that guardrail is like a hiding knife going through butter. Basically. I'm thinking, oh, I looked at my partner looks at me, and I'm thinking, oh, this ain't freaking good. So we still had to do what we had to do. And and it was a police chase. It was actually a police chase. He was actually in the pursuit. And that's how we found out what happened. So I happened to look over. I said, well, where's his head at? He says, over there. And we had to go look. We had to. That was our job. I went over and I looked down and I looked back. Everybody knows where I'm from. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody. I looked down, looked at because his body's over here and his head's over here, and I looked down, and I looked at the officer, in which I knowed him before he came to chief of police. I said, I knew him. He says, you do? I said, yeah. He says, can you give the name? Can you identify who that is? I said, yes, I can tell you exactly who that is. He says, give the name. I said, well, so-and-so. He says, you sure? I said, yeah, I know who that is. I said, that's exactly who that is. I said, I know who that is. Well, come to find out, he says, do you know who he hangs out with? I said, yeah, I said, I know who he hangs out with. But I said, if you want the information, I said, I can get you the information. How much you want to know? He says, give me the name who he hangs out with and see what you can find out. I said, okay. So I gave him who he hung out with. Well, I went down there and talked to this other party. They didn't know I was working for the squad. They didn't know I was hanging out with the police department. They didn't know I was working for the squad. He didn't know. 'cause I was in my plain clothes, like I'm wearing now. I wasn't in my uniform. Well, come to find out, he told me what happened. He told me that him and this other party, the guy that died, got his head decapitated, was drinking that day. Just like the next day or so when I started getting the information. Come to find out that they was been drinking. I said, well, what was it? I said, I heard that, so-and-so died. He got killed out here on 5th Road out here. He says, yeah. He says, we was drinking. What was you drinking? So, beer and moonshine by the gallon jug, like a milk jug, like the gallon milk jug water jug. He was drinking moonshine and beer. He went out and said, I'm going to steal this car and I'm going to take off with it. And he said, I tried to tell him not to do it. Really? He says, yeah. He says, Jeff, he told me, Jeff, he said, I tried. He said, I tried to stop him. He says, he wouldn't listen to me. He says, he was going to do it, and he had that urge. And I said, do you know that you're going to be responsible for this, right? If they find, if the police department comes down here and talk to you, and they find out you told them that, do you realize that you're going to be responsible because he was at your house? Responsible. And I said, you know that you get in trouble for this, right? He says, yeah, I know this, but he says, I got a way to get out of it. I said, oh, okay. But I'm telling you, they're going to hold you responsible. Because he came from your house. I said, did you give it to him? He says, well, yeah, I kind of gave it to him. So you gave him the alcohol. You gave him the beer. You gave him the moonshine. It came from your place, right? Yeah. Well, they're going to hold you responsible for that. Well, I went and made a report on it, and I went back and I told what was been told to me. Because I was asked to do it. And you know he got out of that. He got out of it. And the reason why he got out of it was, this is what he told him. That he was already drunk. He was already drunk before he showed up at his house. And here's another thing he got out of it. The reason why he got out of it, because he got rid of the evidence. He got rid of the moonshine that they was drinking. They drank about a half a gallon of it. I'm talking the full gallon, 2 gallons of it. He got rid of it. He got rid of the moonshine. He didn't get rid of the beer. He hid the beer. Somehow he hid it and got away with it. And he got out of it. Got out of it. The guy I work for, he may drink 2 or 3 of these and he'll get behind the wheel. And I've been with him. And there's been times he's running red lights and everything. Red lights. And I've got on to him about it. I said, Tim, I'm telling you. I said, you better stop that dumb shit. Because for the simple fact, I said, you're going to make a mistake one of these days. I said, you're going to get behind the damn wheel. And I'm going to be with you, or somebody's going to be with you. And you're going to get pulled over.